My name's Owen, and I'm the Dungeon Master of our Return of the Giants 5th Edition Homebrew campaign.
Hi, my name is Matt. I am playing as Niles Silverwind, the homebrew Way of Sympathy monk.
Hi, my name is Ali, and I'm playing Lyra, the Eladrin Spore Druid.
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Grimmaw, the Molder, the Necromancer.
Hi, I'm Arsenio, and I'm playing Thyra, the Fire Genasi Cleric.
Hello, my name's Christian. I'm playing Bartholomew of the Liang clan, our Oath of Devotion Paladin.
Hi, my name's Simon. I'm playing the character of Ember, a wildfire druid.
Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of Return of the Giants may contain adult language or adult themes. Hello, everybody.
Hello,
I've been doing this for a number of years now. I know how to press record. How you guys doing? We're here, we're back. No false starts on the recording tonight. It is lovely to see you all. We are here for our homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign, Return of the Giants, and boy do we have a good session for you. We are once again joined by our special guest, Arsenio. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you for having me.
It's been lovely having you here. I'd love to get you in as a permanent member on the Tuesday session, but we have discussed something really awful would need to happen to Christian for that to be true.
Yeah. It's something will work out for sure.
So watch this space. Wait, Christian's camera's off. I wonder if it's... Have we manifested this? Christian!
Christian, no.
No, I think he that's it. I think well, I'll sign you up for the Tuesday sessions, Arsenio. It's lovely. But we'll see you in our Tales from the Yawning Portal campaign. We did have Christian with us, but it does seem like something horribly wrong has happened on his end. But c'est la vie. Que sera, sera. We do have Jared with us, but Jared's camera is once again sans video, so we will be enjoying his dulcet tones only tonight. For podcast listeners, you won't notice a difference. Yes. For everyone else, you will just have to look at that really stunning photo of Jared sort of staring off into the middle distance.
Staring off into the Murray River, that one.
Yeah. I think,
Murray.
Can I say as Australians, we need to now say, instead of staring off into the middle distance, staring off into the Murray? Can that be an official Australian slang term we adopt from now on? Like, it's not the Nam flashback. It's staring off into the Murray, where you're just like, I want that as official Australian lingo now. I'm incorporating that. That's fantastic.
Love it.
Yeah, exactly. Fun news to share. We are getting closer and closer to our Cosmere start date. I will be sharing some artwork of the characters with you guys very, very shortly. Keep an eye on the Discord and on YouTube. They're the two easiest places for me to share stuff like that, as a YouTube post or on the Discord itself. I'm going to start off. I was sort of figuring out how to do this, and someone came up with a very nice suggestion of sharing just the silhouettes of the characters, and we can do a Who's That Pokemon kind of thing where people try and figure out what the character is. I fucking love that idea. That's brilliant. So
Great
yes,
idea.
we will be doing that. It's very funny. Keep in mind that kind of sharing of the silhouettes is how we got some of the hilarious predicted starters. I think it was Unova where they drew the fucking squashed otter with an acorn on his head. The like leakers trying to figure out what the starters were of one of the new Pokemon games, and they only had the silhouettes to go on, and it was hilariously wrong. It's very funny. Maybe we'll do something like that. Have like a competition for who can draw the worst possible version of what fits inside the silhouette we share. That'd be very entertaining. Yeah. So keep an eye on that. News coming there soon. Our Curse of Strahd campaign is nearing its end. We've probably got maybe 3 sessions, maybe 4 sessions left as we get to the end of Curse of Strahd.
8 sessions, okay.
8 sessions. Yeah. Look, and obviously the Curse of Blinsky
30
special.
sessions later.
We did almost have a pretty nasty premature end to the campaign on Monday. It was a pretty tough fight and a couple of very, very unfortunate rolls. I think we had a single spell do 68 damage, was it? It was pretty rough to like 5 people. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Chain lightning. Chain lightning. I rolled very well. Yeah.
Owen, is the how far along? So the Curse of Strahd campaign, is that almost over?
Yeah, man, coming up to the final few chapters. Luther stepped in and did a bit of gunslinging the other night. I had an epic battle. The Abbey of St. Markovia was under assault by the hordes of the dead, so I made a new series of rules so that Luther could be called upon as a heroic ally, as a special action.
That's awesome.
Do some gunslinging. Pretty sick.
Let me know if you ever need me to appear as Luther in some of the final chapters. Let me know.
Ooh, we could get you back in for the final few sessions. That'd be fun. keep you
Yep,
posted.
you
We
let me
are-
know. You let me know.
We are a very full party. I think we have 7 people at the moment, but
Oh, okay. There's a lot of people.
she's
I
a
might- even if
she's a
it's- honestly,
girthy
even-
girthy overlay.
Honestly, even if it's just like one episode, honestly.
yeah. Well, I think it'd be cool to have,
as a special
especially
guest.
and especially when we're doing like the epilogue. I think it'd be really sick to have everyone who's played come in for that. That'd be really fun to do the special epilogue.
Sweet.
Even if it's just your corpse slowly rots in the fields of Barovia. Your soul forever stuck inside the mists. Strahd rules eternal over
Yeah,
his
definitely
domain.
hope not.
We'll see what happens. And then we can come in and just have you screaming silently in the mists. That'd be fun. We could do that. But yeah, make sure you keep an
I
eye on
want
that.
the I want the berserk soundtrack though in the background, like the
Yeah, we could do
one.
that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, the one where it's like where she's like it's like very like the one that's like very pensive and like the piano's playing and it has like
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
We could do that. We could do that. Also, well, I'll keep you posted about that. And that's
Sweet.
really the only fun news I have to share. Anything else fun before we do our recap and jump into the session? No. I do have some good news. We will be seeing Dave again shortly. He has finished his, I guess we're calling it a sabbatical. So he will be rejoining us again very shortly, which will be very exciting to have
The
have
shame
Dave back.
he's off-world.
Well, we will need to do something about Harry, almost like I
Yeah.
planned for something to happen tonight. And so we better jump into the session so we can recover Harry. Let me do the recap. Let us jump into the session and get started. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a name now legendary across the lands of Nostea, is taking on the threat posed by the return of the giants. Lyra, Niles, Harry, Ember, Bartholomew, and Grimm have sailed across the waves to the Shattered Isles, braving the hazardous erupting volcano and the elemental terrors waiting inside. With their sights now set on returning home to Oxenfurt, the team were attempting to leave the city of Seastride when things went horribly wrong. While Bart, Niles, and new companion Cassius made the acquaintance of Thyra, a fire Genasi Cleric, and Jin, a changeling bard from the Tempest Guild, Lyra and Grimm organised access to the Ocean Trading Company's teleportation circle. Needing to transport the recovered fire giant gemstones safely, Lyra also discovered that Harry's mind, or soul, or both, was currently contained within the gem, preserved there by his warlock patron Figment, as Harry was being taken by the cloud giant. Seeking to help her friend, Lyra made an unfortunate slip of the tongue when speaking to Figment and forged a bond with him. With the team reunited and understandably keen to return home quickly, the group made their way to the trading company headquarters. Grimm, however, was keen to try his hand at casting the teleportation spell and began to draw runes. However, a sudden moment of hesitation caused the magic to go wild, casting the team to some unknown location. As the motion sickness and magic sickness from being randomly teleported to a unknown spot on Nostea wore off, the team found themselves on a gorgeous deserted island. Waves lapping against the nice soft sandy shore, warm sun beating down from above. Perfect location for a holiday were it not for the presence of Kraken cultists and strange, monstrous creatures from the depths who soon ambushed and attacked the party. Fighting valiantly and taking some pretty heavy damage, the team were able to push through these enemies and get towards the abandoned longhouse, discovering inside that their friends, Jin and Cassius, were still trapped inside the remaining residue magic from the teleportation spell. With the team quickly ducking inside and escaping to safety, we left off as the magic finally completed, transporting the team all the way across to Oxenfurt once more. And that is where we left off last session. We jump back in as all of you stumble, almost dropping a little bit as the magic completes, landing inside a somewhat familiar looking location. Very similar in design and construction to the building that you just left prior to arriving on the deserted island. This hall that you arrive in is far larger and far grander than the Ocean Trading Company headquarters in Seastride. In Oxenfurt, this building appears to be enormous, a massive warehouse that has been converted into a multi-level teleportation hub. There are 9 teleportation circles arranged in a line across the floor, across one wall. The other side, loads of cargo being moved and transported by magical means, less creepy versions of Grimm's Tensor's floating disc with the corpse hands. These ones are far more mundane looking, just tiny orbs and lights floating underneath the constructs and underneath the large containers. as you appear suddenly in front of the very surprised clerk, you can see a very, very scrawny-looking dragonborn. They are maybe about 5'6", 5'5". Very, very beautiful green patterns across their scales, and almost like a Dilophosaurus-style frill around their neck, or maybe a frill-neck lizard-style frill, currently pushed back. But as you appear in front of them, you watch as the frill comes up immediately, revealing these giant orange eyes carved out in scales on the frill, as you scare the shit out of this dragonborn, who immediately gets themselves under control and goes,
we did not have a shipment planned for this time. Who are you?
Oh, hello there. We had an emergency teleportation authorization from the teleportation circle in Seastride.
Oh, you have the correct paperwork?
Looking over at you.
I just look over at Grim.
Seeing all of you quite injured, a number of you like covered in like burns, like scorch marks, having been assaulted by the magic cast by the Kraken priests. There's probably still like a tentacle draped over Thyra. You kind of went in swinging a bit, Thyra. You've got like a Kraken priest's tentacle draped over your shoulder. It's kind of, the sucker's still attached to you. As you sort of slowly pull it off.
That we, the Seastride is safe. This was a bit of a unforeseen circumstances led us to have a little bit of a detour. Just in case you're wondering.
Well,
There's a little detour, not as much as an issue. The paper. We go through my binder and pull out the paperwork from Seastride.
Yeah,
Here you go. Everything should be marked.
thank you. Thank you.
the dragonborn takes it, places it on a pedestal, begins flipping through, licking a claw very delicately each time as they then turn the page before arriving on the last page, pulling a stamp out from under the lectern, stamping both pages, and then handing one to you, Grim.
Well, everything does appear to be in order. Thank you very much. If there's anything more that you need, I can assist you. Otherwise, the Ocean Trading Company thanks you for your agreement and work with us today.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Forward to keeping in touch. Have a wonderful day.
Oh,
I think we just sort of hightail it back to the guild before anything more wrong. Grim, can you bring up the disc for the crystal again?
Sure, yeah. Everyone take a seat. Actually, wait a second. Maybe I'll do it this way.
There's one more thing I'd like you to do really quickly, Grim, because we didn't do it at the end of the last session. Could you roll me a D100? Ali just reminded me. As you try and teleport the crystal containing Harry's soul, this teleportation's already gone wrong. I just need to know if anything else happens as the spell, partially complete, finishes activating.
I'm fine with doing that.
Yeah, just a D100.
Absolutely. You just tell me whatever you want. And I
A D100 roll. 29.
There
Cool.
you go.
Cool. Don't worry about it. Nothing to worry about. You don't see anything, nothing out of the ordinary appears to have happened. You're all good.
No stress. I'm chill.
Yeah,
Completely
nothing
chill.
wrong. Looking good. Yeah. The reason I say that, I should explain. I don't know if I've told this story before, but there was one time I was applying for a rental application, and it was in very broken English for this place, and the ad had at the end "nothing wrong, looking good" as the final sign off for this place to rent in Melbourne, and that's always stuck with me. It's like very funny because I don't know. I've never heard anything sound so innocuous, but also so suspicious at the same time. Nothing wrong, looking good. It's just very funny. I say it all the time now. Alice and I say it to each other constantly. I'm like, nothing wrong, looking good. Always when there's something wrong and it's looking bad.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
So if you've heard me say that before and wondered on the origins, it's not an Australian thing. It's just an Owen thing. I just say that because it's funny.
There you go.
It's like how we all say staring into the Murray. Yeah, sorry. Carry on. Carry on. Hightailing it back to the guild.
Before we leave, Niles probably just talk to the Dragonborn real quick. We've been away from the city for quite a while. Is there any news or anything we should be aware of?
I'm not sure how much you know or do not know. There is a giant castle above the city. You knew about this? Storm Seat, it is called. Storm Giant City.
Did we know about that?
We did not.
No, that's news to us. When did the Storm Giant, when did this castle arrive?
4 days. Yes, 4 days.
Have things been amicable between the giants and the citizens? Or...
There are meetings going on between the council. Yes, and the giants.
Storm giants, then? By the sounds of it, or...
Yes, I believe, yes.
Okay. Maybe something we'll mention to our guild. Okay. But aside from that, meetings have gone well? Do you know? Have they been publicized, or...?
No, all behind closed doors in the Oxenfurt Council. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Hoot. All right. Well then, thank you for that. What was your name? Sorry.
You need to go again?
looking at your concerned faces and looking back at the teleportation circle.
No, maybe.
It's
Tempting. No, we do need to rest up here a little bit. What was your name again?
Jira.
Geera.
Jira.
Jira. Okay.
As we start, or when we do eventually begin to make our way back to the guild hall, is it like directly above the city, or is it somewhat outside?
As soon as you step outside, expecting to step into sunlight, you instead step into shadow. Hovering about maybe 800, 900 feet above the city, partially blotting out the sun, is an enormous chunk of rock, what looks like the side of a mountain. Around the outside of it, forming almost like the prow of a ship from this section of mountainside, are numerous battlements that have been constructed on the outside. This sky castle is enormous, hundreds of feet long. It is absolutely massive. And you can see sky galleons and other sky ships having to navigate around this to get down to the docks, the airship docks just below.
Yeah.
It is a massive menace, this enormous thing.
In relation to Oxenfurt, like, would you say that it is the same size as Oxenfurt, like a quarter of the size, like in terms of scale, like how much?
Good question. Oxenfurt is a really spread out city. It stretches quite, like, because of its position on the coast and through the Thyra River. It is massive. Oxenfurt is kind of spread rapidly. This would be less. It wouldn't be as widely distributed as Oxenfurt, but there's a lot more depth to this. This mountainside, there's probably like 8 or 9 stories, giant-sized stories embedded into the side of this thing. Imagine literally someone has picked up a massive section of mountain and just drilled into it, making a castle into and around it. Imagine someone picked up Minas Tirith.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Wow.
Exactly, like someone has just grabbed Minas Tirith, applied some thrust. Why am I making that hand as I say that?
I was following you. Yeah, like that.
For podcast listeners.
Let's all just start doing that on
for
stream.
podcast listeners, I made the unfortunate choice of saying I grabbed something in midair, and then I said the word thrust and began moving my hand up and down in a vertical motion that all of us are familiar with. That was my fault. Podcast listeners, I just didn't want you to miss out. Someone has grabbed Minas Tirith and applied thrusters to the bottom, so it is now buoyant. It's unleashed its load into the sky. So not as wide, nowhere near as wide, maybe like a third the size of Oxenfurt in terms of width, but in terms of height and depth, there's a lot going on. It's dare I say girthier than Oxenfurt's. And I'm done. No more.
Wow. I was gonna look at Lyra.
It's a bit of a chode-averse.
Thank you, Brandon. We really thank you. I was wondering how far we were willing to go on that one.
Now I was gonna look at Lyra and say, is that the sky castle that Synmarae is on, or is that a different one? I'm aware. It should be Synmarae's, right?
I don't actually know. Last time I think we saw Synmarae, it was they were on a ship, I believe, an airship.
Yes.
But I'm not. They could have.
You would recognize this, Lyra. This is the sky castle that appeared above Palin on that fateful day when the giants were brought back. This was the one that appeared above the city of Palin. You know this is the home of the Storm Giants, the Storm's Redoubt. I mean, it's pretty unique and distinct. Yeah. You would recognize it. This is where King Mjorn held the line and brought his people home, fighting Tiamat and dying in the process.
Mm. Yeah, it is her home though. So.
Oh.
This has to be causing problems for like airspace. You can already see the ships around. This kind of feels very confrontational.
I mean, with everything we know about the Giants, I'm kind of not all that surprised. I mean, it was bound to be happening sooner rather than later.
They may not even be aware. They may not have the presence of mind to realize that what they're doing is causing disruptions to us. In any case, you should probably get to the guild and discuss things with Mira if she's around.
And make sure that the crystal is really, really well covered.
Yes.
And
actually, you don't
a certain Dragonborn about a jar.
The part jar. Grim, can you mold stone at all?
Yes. I can.
I was just thinking, what if we encase? I'm not sure how long it would take, but if it's like a quick and easy thing, maybe we encase the whole crystal in earth.
I could. Yes. Well. That I can do that. In this time, would I cast floating disc, or should I just use a spell slot for that bad boy?
You'd have 10 minutes to while the others are chatting and sort of looking up. While they sort of rush ahead outside, you've got 10 minutes to quickly cast this, and there's a bit of a chat with the Dragonborn for a moment. You probably have time to cast this as a ritual. Yeah. I'm happy to allow that. Yeah. It's not a problem.
That works out well. Yeah, I'd cast that and just come out with little bony boys, just dragging this little crisp behind me. Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. I'll start looking at the dirt in this. Is it like the streets cobbly, dirty? What are the streets like out here?
You're in quite a prestigious part of town. This is right near the airship docks. The Oxenfurt Trading Company, Ocean Trading Company, I should say, is set up right in the heart of the city. Oxenfurt is and always has been a trading post that has grown into this enormous metropolis over time. Originally, it was actually, to be honest, this would have been one of the first buildings in Oxenfurt, is the Ocean Trading Company.
If it's not possible, we can just stick with the cloaks and the tarps and whatnot. It was just a thought.
Yeah, I can use I could mold the stone and use a bit of that, but no, actually, no, I can't. No, let's leave it be. If we happen by any dirt, I can smear it with some dirt and form it. But
yeah, nope. Tying cloaks and whatever sailcloth or whatever we had.
The trading company might have some tarps they could give us.
I think we had one on the way over here.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's still there.
Yeah, I think you had a piece of fabric from the ship, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Or a section of sail or something.
We did.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's not like an obvious beacon of red crystal that like the Giants can just like look down and go, hang on a second.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
Assuming they don't have a location.
I mean, look, you're not sure if this thing is sending out a ping, but it certainly is. I mean, it's a giant energy source. You could sense it, Lyra, when you placed your hand against it. How far that sort of emanates out, you're not sure, and how sensitive the Giants would be to something like that. Again, hard to say. But as you throw the tarpaulin back over it and begin to make your way through the streets, Thyra, this is your first time in the city of Oxenfurt. Or maybe not your first time, but I'd say like Oxenfurt for you is not a super familiar location. Oxenfurt is kind of arranged in a series of districts centered around the airship docks in the very middle of the city. And then the river, which joins onto the coastline and this big inlet, is the main ship docks. And both are right in the heart of the city. Two districts sort of right next to each other, on top of each other, and then the rest of the city is being built around it. There's a huge craftsman's bar just over towards the south that you're walking past as you're sort of heading towards the east, away from the western shore of Oxenfurt. Up towards the north, looks like there's some sort of massive, sprawling residential district that is just growing at a rapid pace. Mixture of well-made townhouses and rickety tenement public housing that's kind of been assembled. Oxenfurt is a city in constant flux. But the tallest structure towering over everything else is a series of grand spires behind stone walls. You would have heard of the Unseen University, a magic school built and centered in Oxenfurt, moved there long ago by a series of wizards, literally lifted up the school and moved it to Oxenfurt when they got into a dispute with the Paladin Bards College. The wizards moved to Oxenfurt, and it is a premier home for the study of magic. Sorcerers, even clerics and paladins, those who aren't traditionally trained in magic, will still go there, learn more about their connection with their gods, learn more about their divine magic. And the library in the Unseen University is renowned throughout the world. It is really the premier home for all arcane knowledge. Dromethion in the Elemental States, and the reason you would know this in particular, Dromethion's been trying to amass a collection of their own, and they constantly are in a kind of like a friendly, unfriendly rivalry with the Unseen University. The Genasi wanting to prove that they have a better understanding of arcane knowledge than those pesky wizards and artificers over in Oxenfurt. And there's been pranks. There's been more than pranks. It's been an ongoing kind of like semi-feud between the two learning institutions there. The Dromethion Academy and the Unseen University have been kind of at each other's throats for a while now.
Damn, okay.
So that you would instantly know this as a Genasi, and there is a bit of pride in your heart. And as you see the Unseen University, the effect of it is a bit lessened as you go, yeah, but I mean, they boast, they're lying about how much books they have. We've got better books and more of them anyway.
They know nothing.
Is that... Yeah. This is just a question for you, Owen. Is that like an innately Genasi feeling that they're like, because the origin of the Genasi is obviously that they were like researchers, right?
Well, yeah.
So there's a bit of that arcane aspect to them already.
Yeah.
Right?
So what became the Dromethion Academy is the fragments of the lab that was trying to replicate giant tech and exploded, dousing all of the people in the nearby area with such elemental energy that they began to transform into the Genasi. Yeah, I mean, the Oxenfurt University makes sure to mention that their academy has never once exploded. Dromethion don't like to hear that.
Change that. Change that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not appreciated. Dromethion, obviously, the academy don't like that to be mentioned. But yeah, I mean, this is a hallowed, and technically, the Dromethion Academy is older than the Unseen University by a couple of decades. Yeah. Not in physical, because obviously the physical aspect of it was exploded, as the Unseen University scholars would say, but the actual institution has been around for longer. But yeah, as you guys begin moving through, you begin to head east and then a little bit south as you make your way towards the Night Hall. Located on the banks of the Thyra River, the Night Hall was an old, impressive manor house belonging to a noble family, but has, with the noble family now kind of mostly gone and dissolved, the last surviving member of this family now set up in the town of Greennest, and having gifted the hall to the Tempest Guild as part of their efforts for saving his life and the life of his people in his town, it is now the home and home base of the Tempest Adventuring Guild. 3-story manor house with a large tower coming out from the southern side. As you approach, you can see that the Tempest Guild seems to be rather busy. The 2 shop fronts built into the side of the massive manor house, a blacksmith's and what looks like some sort of it's hard to kind of describe. Maybe like the shop front looks almost like a general store's shop front, but you can hear the sounds of people calling out, hammer and tongs ringing out, the sound of steam escaping from the blacksmiths. As you can see, the 2 businesses that have been kind of set up within the Tempest Guild are operating very nicely. But as you approach, you do not quite make it to the front door before you are suddenly accosted. Walking through the front gates, as soon as you cross the threshold, the front door bursts open, and you see a mechanical form rushing out towards you. Lockie, clockwork gears ticking rapidly. Lyra, you would know and recognize immediately this is Lockie's, I mean, as much as his face can show expression, being made of 2 plates of steel kind of fused together, Lockie is stressed. You can hear it in the way that his gears click together, the core spinning in his chest. And as he approaches, you watch as Lockie stands there and goes, I thought you were going to be sticking around. Where have you been?
The volcano explosion.
But you were going to... I thought you were we were supposed to meet with Synmarae. That she is here, as he points up towards the Sky Castle, hovering above the city.
Yeah, well, things changed. Ember, one of our party members, you met him before. His people, he had a premonition, something we needed to investigate. It meant that we had to deviate from our plans. Look.
I will say I understand, even though I do not. I understand.
I figured as much.
Ember, you have changed since I last saw you. You were a Furbolg when we last met. And Lockie waves to you, Thyra.
Lockie, this is Thyra. This isn't Ember. Ember is with his people for now. This is Thyra.
But this man looks more like Ember than Ember does. Surely he is Ember.
That is a good point. But no.
Wait, how does he look more like Ember than Ember does?
His hair is fiery and his skin has cracks with which I can see lava.
That's a good point.
I'm confused. What is this?
This is Lucky.
I'm Lucky.
What are you?
I am Giant Forged, a creation of the giants.
Oh.
He's a friend.
Remember that Warforged we saw in back where we were? This is like that, except gianty.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Lucky. I am just very confused about this whole thing. I am still trying to get over why Grim drank a guy.
What?
And then
Time.
We can debrief inside. I think.
You see, my hand was thirsty.
Oh, dear.
Surely the correct understanding would be eat a guy. You can't drink physical matter.
No.
Unless it is liquid. Did you liquefy him first?
He drank him like
kind of. I mean,
very.
If you.
Look, maybe we have this conversation not on the front lawn. Lucky, we have a few other new friends. We've got Cassius.
Hello there. Nice to meet you there, my friend. Quickly, Owen, his make, is it similar to, because I've obviously worked on this a bit, but is it quite similar to
Cassius?
my arm?
So similar. The metal, the construction, the gears, very similar indeed.
Lockie, is it?
Yes.
Nice to make your acquaintance there. We have things to discuss. Maybe not. Oh, has he? Oh, he's shaking it in.
If you hold out your hand to shake his hand, I think he'd clock it.
I never use. I never use that arm, but fair enough. Yeah, no, definitely. I was sort of more hoping to. Oh, yeah, by all means, I can see you've taken that in.
We can chat later if you wish.
Well, just like Lyra said, it feels a bit weird having a chat on the lawn. But by all means, I'll catch you for a beverage. Well,
I do not eat or drink, but I can still talk.
Well, yeah, just, no, by all means, I'll have a beverage while we discuss my army.
You can have my beverage.
Perfect. Even better. Love it. You're going to be good drinking partners then by that.
I won't be doing much drinking, but we can do the partner thing.
That is why it works for me.
And Lockie turns and heads inside.
You're paying for yours, of course, though, my friend. No, I'm joking.
I think Jin is here too, Lockie. He came with us.
Jin is currently in his disguise as Swabby Seabeard. As he walks up, Swabby places a hand on your mouth to shush you. It smells like hair cream and salt. As he places a hand on your mouth and pushes you out of the way.
Never mind.
Arr! Lockie! Do you recognize me?
I don't believe we've met.
That's where the name Brill Cream comes from?
Yes.
We've met Swabby, hasn't he?
Brill Cream.
I would have seen Swabby, surely.
Just Swabby as Lockie pauses, cocks his head and goes, there was a gentleman we met in a city, not too different, but he had some major differences in his facial structure. His nose was 3 millimeters to the left, his cheekbones slightly higher, which is Swabby.
Everyone's a critic.
And then drops the illusion, transforms back into himself and goes, really, Lockie, only you would notice something so ridiculous as that. and storms on through the front door.
And then you've met Bart, and then Grim. He drank a guy. So anyway.
Wait, I don't
We're gonna have to
even
tell
know that.
everyone this, aren't we?
That's quite interesting. I was in the magic, so I don't even know about that.
Yes,
Things to talk about.
I drank one person. It's
I'm just gonna, at this point, I am pushing people through the front door.
you just get an urge, you know.
Was this one of the
take
cracker
life.
people?
Yes.
Lockie will stride into the guild ahead of you and I better announce you.
What did it?
Entering the guild are new people.
What did it taste like?
Thyra,
Oh,
who's
shit,
not
maybe I
Ember
shouldn't
but
ask
looks
that
like
right now.
Ember. Cassius, a man with a good handshake,
Oh.
and Grim Man Drinker, as he steps on through
There
the
you
door.
go.
Grim Mad Drinker, that's got a bit of a ring to it.
Oh, this
Sorry.
is catching on, isn't it?
Sorry.
This is happening now. Okay, we can.
Lockie was played. I have to play Lockie as he was played by. To play Lockie as he was played by Michael, and this is the sort of shit Michael said all the time as Lockie. I have to be true to the character as he was played by the player character.
That's awesome.
Lockie is a little bit autistic. Is the best way to describe Lockie.
His core is
Much Tylenol.
Very, very little.
Too much Tylenol. I was vaccinated against everything.
The old pill.
My God, I'm powered by Tylenol. As he opens his little slot to put the tablets in.
Allegedly.
Help me! I need more acetaminophen.
Tylenol. Oh, dearie me. Fuck
Wow.
We say we don't do politics. As you stride onto the guild, you can see Mira is in there as well. And as you all enter, Mira rushes over and gives each of you a bit of a sort of a handshake, a hand on the shoulder. If she hasn't met you, Mira gives you a warm handshake. For Grim and Thyra's benefit, Mira is a dragonborn, half silver and half red. The scales kind of mixing and merging as they move over. A very unique appearance. You will see her artwork popping up on the overlay if you've got the Twitch open. Otherwise, I can actually force it open if you wanted to see it. But yeah,
a few times.
yeah, it'll pop up and come around. But
One of the very first arts, I think, actually, because it was from the first campaign we ever did. Me and Owen.
it was the first artwork I did and the first artwork I redid, which is a fun claim to fame. This is the second version after I'd done a bit more practice. But we had an old piece of art for her that we used for about 5 sessions.
The first one was
Oh, there you go, perfect
The
timing.
first
There it
one
is.
was
It's up now. Now the first one was dog shit. This is way better.
No, it was still good.
Nah,
yeah,
nah.
This one is better. Of
It's
course.
way better.
The plight of an artist.
Yeah. But as Mira introduces herself,
Hello, I am Mira.
she introduces herself to Thyra and Grim.
Have you been given a business card already? Yes? Oh, good. Wonderful.
Very excited that you're being given business cards. If you haven't, we'll present you with a business card. And then direct you into
perfect.
this sitting
All
room.
right.
Yep, here's your business card.
You only said Thyra and
Oh, sorry,
Grim.
Cassius, yeah, too. Sorry.
It's all right. No,
Yep.
by all means.
It's because
I'm
it's
just
you,
a
Jared. I keep
passerby on
forgetting
here,
that
apparently, so. No, it's fair enough. The camera's not there. I know.
I'm thinking of players rather than characters, and I'm having to quickly change the names in my mind. So it's the opposite. I'm going the opposite direction. But yeah, characters. For Grim, Thyra, and Cassius, she'll introduce herself, bring you all in, sit you down, and look over at the crystal and go,
So what have you brought back to us here? This is interesting.
I'm assuming it's still covered at this point. But Larry, you wouldn't happen to have a very, very safe place that we can put this very temporarily, would you?
The basement is probably best. It is deep enough that it should be somewhat protected from scrying and things like that. We have lead-lined a large portion of it, but I'm not sure if we've lead-lined this much. This is a rather large object, isn't it?
Yes.
Harry, you said Harry?
We're just trying to get it as far down into that basement, into that lead-lined portion as we can.
Yeah. Well, you see, you know how there were the volcanoes and they were erupting? And
Yes, you were sent to investigate. Thank you for reporting back to confirm things were better.
We were successful.
Yes.
But there were complications. We met a cloud giant there, and she took Harry off-world? Somewhere in the
dear.
astral sea.
She took part of Harry.
Yes,
The other part.
That's right.
We will need to speak to Synmarae about this right away, which is good because she is expecting to see you.
Oh yeah, I could tell. The castles. That's a new thing.
Yes, that is ongoing. There's not much we can do about that for now. It is staying in position. It is interesting you said the cloud giants were causing problems. That has been Synmarae's concern as well.
Well, no, not just. I mean, just in general, the cloud giants are not doing. They're kicking the Eris out, and they're maybe behind the volcanoes. And
well, the Eris is interesting. They do have claim. It is their old sky city, and I mean, it is awkward. I will admit. They are trying to claim back the other flying cities as well. Volus, Solaris. The Storm Giants have claim to Solaris, and they have allowed the citizens there to remain, but the Cloud Giants also have put notice on Volus. No one has claimed Nocturnus yet, as far as I'm aware, but that is not too surprising.
Okay. Still open for recruits, then. Brilliant.
Oh, no one should go to Nocturnus. That place is cursed. No. It is certain death to go to Nocturnus.
Definitely not, huh?
Certainly cursed. Yeah, I can concur with that. Yes.
If your friends are trustworthy enough to be brought here, I assume they are trustworthy enough to be brought before Synmarae. She is expecting you, and Lockie has been here anxiously saying I need to recall you back from the field, but I knew you would come back in time. It is the way of the Tempest Guild.
We came back as fast as we can.
Yes.
Actually, very, very fast. We, I may have signed us up for another undisclosed favor with the Oxenfurt Trading Company.
Oh, Oxenfurt Trading Company is okay. They work within the guides of the law mostly. I thought you were going to say a favor with the devil or something. Or some sort of unknown entity offering it a blank check. No, Oxenfurt Trading Company is fine. I can work within the paperwork there. We have some interns I could assign to work for the Oxenfurt Trading Company to pay back that debt. Fear not.
Oh, that's an option.
Okay.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Actually, I was looking for someone. We will talk later. Go with Lockie.
Owen,
Hello.
at the mention of the devil,
Yes.
can I insight check Mira?
Yeah.
Like her kind of just mentioning that has.
You
And
know
I
for
wanted
a
to
fact
read-
she spoke with Vice.
Exactly, and I want to know if she gives anything away with that.
Yeah, for sure. She also knows about
Especially-
Varys, and you guys don't really know what Varys is, but Claire, who played Mira previously in the last campaign, did often refer to Varys as a devil-like thing. So I think it's not unreasonable Mira would call Varys a devil as well.
Lyra would agree.
Yeah. But it's more like, he's a devil, is how I kind of interpret it. 17. Not any hidden motives or hidden meanings.
Okay.
They're just genuinely concerned with how guilty Lyra was looking, and for it to be revealed as a very, very innocuous agreement with a mercantile company. She's quite relieved. Relief is the primary emotion she's feeling right now. She was concerned that was going in a very different direction.
Okay, good.
Her personal and life experiences, people do seem willing to make deals with entities all the time. Lyra has and has not disclosed that right now, but she doesn't know that. Yeah.
No, that would be the main thing. I just judging her facial features to just see that she was like wincing at the mention of the devil or whatever, but that's fine. I was just
No, she's not too concerned. Well, if you are all prepared, I can take you up to the Storm's Redoubt immediately, if you are ready to depart.
Could I just have just a couple of quick minutes just with the guys? I think there's just a little tiny bit of dirty laundry that we've just sort of got to sort out between us before, we go talk to someone else. You know how like when personal things sort of conflicts, they come up in conversations that aren't necessary?
Surely the hamper on the second floor is the appropriate place to put dirty laundry, Lyra.
Look,
I don't think we'd all fit.
by all means, how about we do this? Lockie here, why about me and you have a quick little chat?
Okay.
Lyra, everyone else, you guys sort out whatever you need to sort out for now. Let's leave it at that for now.
It's a great idea.
Come over here, Lockie, and I sort of lead him along, and I'll start actually conversing with him about my arm. And we can obviously do that conversation maybe.
This is monstrous. You have cut off the arm of one of my friends and attached it to yourself at the elbow. No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
I did not cut this off anyone's arm.
He doesn't say that.
I merely found it.
This is obviously
Upon
giant make. You have done well to repurpose this.
I came upon. Well, thank you very
Perfect.
much.
As the two of you have a little chat over in the corner, Lyra, Grim, Thyra, Bart, Niles.
All right. So, some things I was just thinking, like, one is, do we bring Harry with us? I mean, if Harry is, well, already up there,
Wait.
we'll need that to...
Let's just get this. Yeah, let's just get this clear. Harry, what do you mean Harry? Harry is in the crystal?
Part of him, apparently. His soul. So similar to sort of how I was actually originally stuck in a crystal, but not because my entire body was stuck in the crystal, but it's just Harry's soul, we think.
For context, Thyra, Harry was a companion of ours who got taken by Cloud Giant. You might have mentioned that. I might have mentioned that before. It appears somehow his soul is in a crystal, Lyra?
Well, yeah, you remember how he was turning off that device?
Yes.
With the help of Figment, and then before that was completed, he was picked up and poofed off.
Yes.
Well, he was still in there, I think.
What?
And so him and Piggy, and so apparently.
But how do you know this?
Because I may, in an attempt to sort of try and get more information, I may have invited Harry's friend into my handstone, and so once Harry is back and whole, I am intending on fully handing him back over to Harry because Swampy is not a fan.
So Figment is in your heartstone then?
Yes. Or part of him? I think part of it is also still in the It's very confusing.
How many entities have incorporated your body, Lyra? This is rather interesting.
This is the third, for those who are counting. Technically fourth, actually. Shana, Varys,
Shana.
Swampy. What is it with you and Warlock patrons, man?
I mean,
You must have a very busy mind. That's incredible.
It's just really empty. There's lots of room for things to move in. She's got the psychic equivalent of like a vacancy sign just like hovering above the psychic equivalent of it. Sorry, Bart.
Lyra, do we need to be concerned? I think that's the first time you've called him Figgy.
Yeah, he's not a fan of
And you just said you've made a deal with him?
Sort of.
That's how you know they're members of the cult. They call him Figgy.
I do in the sense that he's currently in here. I have no intention of drawing on the power as Harry does. I'm attached to all of my limbs. I don't want any cybernetic ones.
Well, Harry obviously offered parts of his body. What did you offer?
Nothing, I guess. That I'm aware of.
Inside check.
Yeah.
Lyra, I can see how.
I don't actually know what.
You don't know what you've offered.
I didn't offer anything. It was just a.
I will allow you to roll either a persuasion or deception check. It's up to you, depending on what you feel is more appropriate. Does Lyra, because you as the player know, does Lyra know what she's done?
No, me as the player does not know.
But you know you've offered something. You know you handed a blank check to this creature. I mean, like, Ali knows that. Does Lyra know that?
Lyra's as long as you're not offering any blank checks to anyone. Oh, no. Oh, wait, apart from that one blank.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah,
I did say anything for my friends, but anything means nothing. Yeah, persuasion or deception, your choice.
I did forget about that. They are the same.
I didn't. I wrote down on my little notes here, I wrote down anything, and I've underlined it twice.
Yeah.
8 for the insight check, but luckily 10 for the persuasion check. But Lyra... 17. Okay, I was going to say for Bart. Lyra's not sure. She genuinely doesn't seem sure if she's offered anything. She doesn't seem too concerned. Niles. Lyra isn't sure. She knows she's offered something. She doesn't know what it is. She is still waiting to find out.
A lot of uncertainty, probably.
You know,
Okay, that seems cool. I guess.
Lyra, I'm starting to see a pattern here with deals and taking things and not knowing and having repercussions. I would just be cautious.
Well, she knows.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Obviously, we're friends with Figment now.
Well, yes, of course. Figment hasn't shown any ill intent towards us, but
Well, he's been truthful to us and helped us the entire time.
I mean, Figment is also deconstructing Harry's body, because that's kind of a thing that's happening. Which, I mean, Harry, by all accounts, seems fine with, but I, for one, wouldn't be very happy with a robot mechanical arm.
You look over towards Lockie, your wholly mechanical friend, and Cassius, your new friend with a mechanical arm.
It's different, isn't it?
Goddamn clankers.
Goddamn clankers.
Clankers? No.
Ain't no robot or techno freak.
Yeah.
They
Took out
Yeah.
Look, that is a wholly different experience. I'm just saying.
Yeah, look, valid. Very valid, especially since I seem to be making a pattern of writing checks that I don't actually know the value of.
That's what I mean.
Look, the intention was
So wait.
find out as much as I can.
Is it nothing or anything?
For podcast listeners, Ali is doing the most suspicious shrug I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, nothing and anything could be misconstrued as infinite, depending on how you look at it. So we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah,
There must be.
Like Vice would be very happy with that
upside
sort of a
to this.
deal, if that's to give you any inclination.
Yeah, well.
yeah. Look,
There
it's
must be an upside. You wouldn't just accept someone just to, come use your body as a host for no reason. I'm sure if this person is benevolent of some sort of helped you, I'm sure there's something in it for you and
Are you
maybe
able
for us.
to-
So I'm not completely concerned.
We could ask directly, are you able to bring forth Figment like Harry could?
now is not a good time. Just sort of thinking back to when Figment was sort of asking, I don't want to be out around Grim kind of thing, or doesn't really want Grim to know too much sort of about him. So it's like, I'm trying to go as light on the details as possible.
Now is not a good time? What do you mean? I mean, Harry would bring Figment out all the time. Have things changed?
He's scared of something.
Is it me?
Can I insight check that?
Why would Figment be scared of Thyra?
I'm interested to see if I can catch a passing glance of if she's looking around the room about what she's scared of.
Yeah.
I love how you've got the
Delivering
choices
the
of
right now.
who could he be scared of? The lovely cleric who's done nothing but help and heal you, or the person who drank a man, the person who literally drank someone.
You could be scared of.
Go.
Or could be scared about.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
20,
that's
Grim.
a 20.
Unnatural. Lyra looks at everyone but you, Grim.
Oh, okay. It's fine. It means she's not concerned about me then, because she's looking around the other people suspiciously. Okay. Cool.
You did get a 20, so I have to, as your subconscious, say you know for a fact that it's you that Figment is scared of. I know your cope might be, no, it's not me, but that is your cognitive response. Your subconscious tells you it is a fact. She's thinking and looking it is you. but if your psychic defenses jump in and go, no, it's not me. I'm fine. I'm beloved. That's absolutely fine. That is how your psychology works. That's okay.
Dude, as I'm thinking this to myself, do I feel or take a glance down to my stone because I'm, close to Lyra? Do I feel anything different with regards to being close to her, or have I noticed anything like that, or everything just chilled?
The stone is satisfied, Grim. It has drunk deeply of death this day. It is gorged, feasted on death. It is fully satisfied for the moment.
Okay.
Well, that's not grim.
That is Grim. I was talking to Grim. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
Okay. All of that aside, decision needs to be made. If we take the part of Harry with us, I think we probably do need to. But on the other hand, I'm afraid that they will be very mad or grateful that we brought it back for them.
The
maybe.
problem is that they're going to barter for it, obviously, and the whole objective of us taking it and the scuffle that we went into was that we didn't want them to have it, which is frustrating.
The Storm Giants will probably, hopefully, I haven't dealt much with this. I only know through Synmarae and what I've heard of her. I think the Storm Giants will be more amicable than the Cloud Giants.
But they don't have Harry's body, do they? It's the Cloud Giants. One way or another, the Cloud Giants will be the ones that will want payment.
Yeah.
And the other part is we're not getting Harry kind of back without it. I mean, we'll kind of be getting a body back that is on a bit of a time limit as well.
The best we can hope for is at least showing the crystal to the Storm Giants, for them to perhaps have a bit more of an understanding into it for us to maybe learn a little bit more about what it is, other than maybe a power source. I think
also if we explain that it was quite literally destroying the denizens of the elemental plane, I feel like from what we've heard, at least Synmarae is a little bit more compassionate about that kind of thing.
Well, she used to be like their boss, right?
She still is, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Other than the Queen.
Yeah. Lucky
a bit
know the details.
Risky, but I'm not sure if we have much.
I don't think there's anything to really lose. If we bring the crystal, we can show it to the Storm Giants. We can explain the situation. At worst, they have no interest in it. Maybe they tell us what it is. Maybe they can help us locate Harry's material body. Maybe they might have the technology for that.
Yeah.
It's at this point, Lyra, you hear in your mind a familiar voice speak up.
Oh.
Lyra, I am sorry to interrupt, but you must not reveal my presence to the Giants. This is something Harry and I had spoken of previously. I am sorry I did not speak to you about it sooner. The Giants cannot know about me.
All right. Does Harry know? Oh, I guess Harry knows, but I mean, I can keep it as quiet as possible. But hey, I'll do what I can. I'm.
You say?
You can tell I'm kind of awful at this.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
You say this out loud.
No, I just in the mind like it's.
That'd have been funny if you were just like talking to yourself. Dan.
Yeah. No. But I will sort of like out loud. Also, guys, if we can, while we're up there, if we can keep it on the down low about Harry's friend.
That must be who he's scared of, the Giants.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's. I'm sure that must be who he's scared of. Yes, and I look towards Lyra.
You watch as the white sclera on Grim's eyes turns black as smoke begins to leak from underneath his eyelids, dark blood pooling down his cheeks as you hear as he turns towards you, and then in a moment that vision's gone.
Harry did express caution about Figment around the Giants, so it makes sense then for that to be the sentiment. Okay.
I mean, if you think about the archivist also had similar concerns, so
we're not going. We're not going right away to speak with them, are we? I nearly went into cardiac arrest just before. I kind of need a moment.
I don't think we have a lot of choice.
I could heal you. and seeing that, just because like Thyra hearing all this, the main thing he's concerned about is he going to be the next one to disappear?
Yeah.
Because you've talked about these people that aren't here.
Yeah.
So
that's
I will
very fair. As Mira's kind of there with you, Thyra, Mira sort of sidle over to you, Thyra, and just like check you're okay. And be like,
I know this is a lot. Are you following okay? I did actually want to talk to you about a business opportunity. I'm looking for someone with a cool head and a strong arm to assist in some matters.
Yes. That actually sounds fantastic. When did you want to talk?
Oh, when you're done with these lovely adventurers.
Okay, fantastic. Sounds good. Would I meet you back here?
Yes, here is perfect.
Okay, fantastic. We will chat. I will hopefully not disappear. And
that only happens every so often. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay.
Lyra's just like counting on her fingers the number of party members that she know of that gone poof for whatever reason.
Harry was very good at getting captured. It happened twice to him. Already.
Multiple times.
Okay. I mean, if worst comes to worst, I could become a patron of yours, Lyra. Just imagine me in your head.
One thing I would like to discuss before we leave, and I like my inclination has come to me piecemeal, but elaborated a little bit. But the Falcons. I have to mention the Falcons.
Yeah.
I wasn't around. I thought the plan was that we were going to bring them back.
That was the plan.
God has told me that is not possible anymore. Can we talk about that a little bit?
I guess I just sort of like, again, just poignantly look at Grim. It's like, well, you are the only one that saw that. Can you elaborate?
Are you touching? Was it touching the stone? Is that your?
No, about the Falcons. The Falcons.
The Aarakocra.
Because I thought the plan was to bring them back, but now apparently that's not possible.
Oh, yes. Oh, that.
46 hit points to Barnes. Holy shit.
So sorry, I was just going to say.
Baby heal.
With one of my abilities as this cleric, any ones I roll on a healing because I've got the healer thing. Reroll. So instead of the one, it's
45 in that case, because one of them gets
45 hit points. You
45 hit points.
Thank you.
Fucking hell.
As I touch your hand, you feel this like warmth on your shoulder.
A big warmth.
Yeah.
Big warm.
Girthy.
Just in relation to the the Aarakocra. Very interesting, really. When they died, and I mopped up the remnants of their life, I did see what appeared to be their souls being dragged down by an icy claw. Very peculiar of sorts. Did devil work? Perhaps not sure. Either way, there's not souls in those, so they are of free use, one could say, if anyone's inclined to use their bodies for anything.
I saw the same thing actually. At the time, I was trying to channel some of my Paladin powers, and there was a lot of pungent frost and sapphire color. I think this is whatever's happening to them. We mentioned obviously that Nyx may have connections with Vice. I think that's already happened and a deal has already been made. It felt very similar to what happened with the Duergar Niles. I think that Nyx is giving up the souls of the young.
We can still try,
wouldn't feel so bad about their death in that sense. Just expedited the process, really, the way I see it.
I mean, I see
make a deal with the devil.
Slightly differently, but
they feel as though the deal themselves, Grim.
That's what I mean. I feel like they were unwillingly placed in that position.
I mean, just to give a bit of a and sorry, bad term, but devil's advocate, that they were saying when we were talking with them how that they said that their souls would go to what was it? It wasn't that, was it a deity that they were talking about? It was I can't quite remember.
Something about them serving a greater purpose beyond death.
Not a greater purpose, but with their death, that they would be reunited with. It seemed like something they did. Well, one of them did kind of want. And it could just be that their god is devilish in appearance.
The Aarakocra don't. I mean, the Eris don't have a god. We're not religious. We are a theology, but it's different. It's more of a.
Well, the theocracy is sort of like belief in the leader more than an actual. Yeah.
It's a belief system rather than a classical religion.
Yeah, it's a religion without the god. It's an interesting kind of dichotomy.
It's like an ideology more than a belief in a But no, it's not like we have a belief in a physical deity. It's different. But I mean, unless maybe they were swearing their allegiance maybe to Nyx unto death or something, possibly. I mean, I'm trying to remember as well. I was there. I just can't quite think of it myself. In any case, there's obviously some sort of indoctrination that's been placed on these individuals, and as I suspect, the Shadow Claws themselves have sworn some sort of allegiance. It is concerning greatly that Nyx seems to have made some sort of deal. How broad that deal extends to, whether or not it's just her elite soldiers, whether or not it's the entire Silverwind family, I don't wish to be part of that, if that is the case, or even Soren. I mean, we have our differences of opinion, but Soren is, I think, not inherently evil, not like Nyx is.
He didn't seem it.
No.
The short of it is should we somehow remedy what has happened to their souls within the next 9 days, the original plan is still good to go.
Hey, Mira.
Yes.
When you spoke to Vice back in the Spire...
Vice? The tiefling?
You know,
yes?
the tiefling, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you say to him?
I
Just out of curiosity.
explained who we were, what the Tempest Guild stood for, what we had accomplished, and made it very clear to him that standing in our way was not advisable.
Didn't promise him anything, did you?
No, I sensed he had some sort of devilish nature to him, perhaps a warlock of a devil or something similar.
Cambion.
He's a Cambion. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good. I certainly didn't make any deals with him, if that's what you're concerned about.
Oh, and just, it appears that his work is much more widespread than I was expecting. We were.
Underdark.
Griswold. He's Griswold. Vice is the one that tampered with the artifact Griswold is working on at the moment.
Ah, yes. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure how much headway Griswold has made with that, unfortunately, as of yet, but it is ongoing.
To add more problems onto the table, has there been any eyes watching Oxenfurt or the Adventuring Guild while we've been gone?
It's hard to tell. We get some fans here. A lot of new applicants every day. But nothing I've noticed beyond that. Nothing sinister.
Would you
We
be
have
able to do
wards
some form of
to keep us safe.
detecting to see if there's any divination or scrying magic on us at the moment?
Not me, but I can get Griswold too, or one of the others. My magic is sorceress in nature.
By the way, while I'm thinking back, we have been adventuring for a while. You haven't, by chance, had a drow lady appear at any point to the guild?
Drow lady? Not that I'm aware of. I've only just come back, though. Probably best to...
Azur?
Yes, I'd say Azur would be the best to speak to.
Niles, that actually comes up perfectly with why I was worried. Not about the theocracy, but the Dawnblade and the Loth that we were warned about, that Vice told me about. I thought maybe they might have been waiting in the city and we've come back to now 2 organizations watching us.
That's my point. No, we've got. Thyra, just so you know, 2 groups of assassins are after us.
And possibly the Wild Hunt.
Oh, and the Wild Hunt. That's 3. That's 3 for 3.
The Wild Hunt, the Fey hunters who cross the dimensions. How on earth have you drawn the attention of the Wild Hunt?
So you know how I was, when I was kicked out of my body and I was just kind of floating around and then wound up in the
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently I also owe them a favor. I actually still have no idea what it is, nor do I actually remember having a contract or signing a contract or being able to sign a contract considering I don't have a body.
Therapy's not that expensive, Lyra. You can just go see a psychologist about this.
Or I could do what I did when I first got back and I locked myself in a basement for 6 months. But.
Yeah, that seems to be going very well for you, certainly.
Yes. But anyway, so we're thinking that they have Shana. I don't know why they went after her, but...
Maybe by accident, the connection you still have with her?
And I guess it is the original body. But,
that could be it, yes.
Yeah, so there's that too.
Lots going on. Pretty eventful.
Thyra, I just want you to know that the actions of this particular team are their own. The guild itself is much safer, and if we brought you in as a member of a team, I would allow you to be the one to decide the level of risk your team exposes itself to.
I appreciate that. I'm definitely getting a sense of that.
Yes.
So I think we're going to talk a lot sooner than I originally planned. So, yes.
If you're not feeling safe with these people, just say the word and I'll get you with a group who are a bit less maverick.
We wouldn't take it personally.
How are the adventures going in Dowbridge, by the way?
Haven't heard back from them.
Oh.
Concerning. They,
You watch as Mira doesn't want to admit that they vanished.
Yeah. Talking about safety of the members, I'm like,
Mira doesn't lie. Mira does not lie. She kind of pauses and goes,
just waiting on a report.
Mira, I would also at some point, either after the conversation with the Storm Giants, like to have a conversation with you. You had a close connection to Tiamat. Do you have any knowledge of the other gods?
I don't like to think of it as a close connection. My blood bound me to her, but I escaped that fate and wrote my own destiny. Other gods? Not really.
I was just thinking due to that connection, maybe you would have looked into it in your time.
Apparently they're mad now too.
Well, add them to the pile, I guess.
What's another company?
Except for Meloran, she seems cool.
Meloran's pretty cool.
The god famously cool with everything. Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, me and her hugged it out.
Thyra's god too seems chill.
Who is your god, Thyra?
Is still shocked.
that's fair.
The goddess of civilization and invention.
Ah, yes, a very, very wonderful choice. Do you serve your goddess well?
I try. I definitely try my best. This is a lot to take in.
Mira is going to place a hand on your shoulder and she's going to cast calm emotions on you, Thyra. You may choose to resist this. Let me know if you do.
I will not. I will allow it.
She will cast calm emotions on you.
It's okay. It's all right. Hey, have a look. Look at this.
And Xanax event your body.
Yeah. Magically summons.
Yeah, have some painkillers.
She summons some Tylenol.
No, he's talking about trains. So.
The airships in Oxenfurt are the most efficient. She casts calm emotions on you to calm you down.
That's better, isn't it? Yes, deep breaths.
Maybe we should just focus on our accomplishments. We were successful in shutting down the volcanoes.
Excellent.
And saving the people in the Shattered Isles and
Brilliant.
And around.
So that was good. We helped look for survivors. We made some friends with the Meloran orcs there. It was I think that was a good thing we did.
You even brought one back with you.
She gestures over towards Cassius.
We did. Still trying to learn a little bit more about him. He's a curious one. He just kind of walked in.
He and Lockie seem to be getting along like a house on fire.
Yes.
Not literally.
It may not have affected us directly, but I also feel like we've done a great deed for all of the elemental planes. We've turned off all those gates.
Oh yeah.
If you share that with her, you can say I share him with Mira. We don't have to go through all that again. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'll explain all the details of the fiery elf that we or the fairy that we met, and how it said that it was killing their kind coming through.
Fire nymph. Yeah.
A fire nymph.
Perfect. As you finish all that explanation, yes, Lyra.
I was just going to ask Mira, this meeting with Synmarae, is she actively waiting for us, right this very second?
Yes, Lockie has been here for some hours. Yes.
Oh.
I was hoping that we might have a chance to speak with Hal, but might not get the chance.
Yes, I think Hal is working on some items for us as well.
When you come back,
maybe when we get back.
Sure, she can talk through them with you.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it looks like we need to talk to Synmarae then.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool.
Perfect. Thyra, it is up to you if you want to accompany them or if you want to hang out and chat to Mira. Either way, Mira will have a chat with you at the end regardless. So you let me know what you'd prefer to do.
I think as much as Thyra is freaking out,
Calm emotions has worked wonders.
Calm emotion has helped a lot. Yeah.
Perfect.
I think he will want to properly see it out before he talks and about business.
Perfect. Cassius and Lockie have had a very, very productive chat. I'm happy to go through it a little bit later if you like, Jared. But essentially, as you show off your arm to Lockie, Lockie's very impressed with what you've been able to do. He can't identify where it's from.
Owen?
Oh, yeah?
Jared disconnected. He messaged. He had a power.
No dramas. That's absolutely fine. That's not a problem.
Probably good timing.
Not bad timing at all.
We can revisit that.
His power cut out. Fair enough. I thought he'd come back, but that's just a dummy camera that I use for screen grabbing. Because I can see, because when the cameras are
dummy
off,
camera
it's
now.
just got him. Perfect. As Lockie, we'll go through that later then. As Lockie comes over to goes, well, are you all ready to depart?
As ready as we'll ever be.
That's
wonderful.
If you can't have a rest, then okay.
Oh.
In that case, you watch as Lockie opens up his chest piece, revealing the spinning, almost like orb of light that is his core. In that case, place your hand upon my core, and I'll teleport us there now.
Oh, we also need to take this thing with us, if that's okay.
This gemstone?
Yes.
Then we better do this outside. And with that, Lockie walks outside.
Grim, maybe don't place that hand on his chest.
Oh.
You always ruining my fun, Christian.
Please don't. Please don't.
Always
How did you know
fun.
my idea already?
Always ruining my fun. As you step outside, Lockie immediately assumes his giant size. You watch as Lockie's plates begin to interlock and move as he, almost like Transformer style, begins to grow. Sections clocking over as they move, locking into position, but also increasing in size until he is the size of a storm giant. He reaches down, picks up the gemstone, and then holds out his hand for you to step on.
Okay. Looks like we're going.
All aboard.
All around, the city grows.
I also step on.
Hey!
All around, you watch as the city goes quiet as an enormous mechanical giant suddenly emerges in the midst of the streets. There's a few screams, a few... You watch as Lockie calls out, "Hello!" Just across his booming voice, "Hello!" Booms through the city streets. And then the magic activates. Very unlike your previous experiences teleporting, when you use the giant teleportation, there is no lurching sensation. There is no blinding flash of light. There is this it feels almost like a phantom wind. This warm air kind of moves past you, and as you blink, you're suddenly in another location. The room in which you find yourselves is cavernous, an enormous workshop. The benches, 10, 15 feet high, all around are enormous bookshelves. Everything is made of this silvery, almost metal inlaid into stone. Wires of electrum and giant alloy move throughout the walls, attached to various items, some sort of like artificer creations of unknown origin or use. And hanging from the ceiling is what looks like a giant, almost like golden candelabra, but there is no fire, no oil. Yes, Niles.
Is it similar to like the architecture and the style of the fire giant area?
It's far more almost flowing and graceful, whereas the fire giants use this very dark iron, sharp edges, right angles, and very like sharp corners, a lot of geometric shapes. This is far more flowing. Imagine almost very elven in style, these like gentle curves. Yeah. Unlike the fire giants, which is a bit more art deco, the very sort of like harsh lines and right angles. This is far more flowing, more belly pock, I guess.
The embellishment is a little bit more.
And it's and the chandelier hanging from the ceiling is glowing with this soft, luminescent smoke that is slowly spilling out from the sides. This sort of glowing, soft light spilling from it. Standing in the center of the room, leaning on one of these enormous side tables, is a woman. A storm giant. If she was human, she looks like she would be maybe 23, 24, young 20s, mid to young 20s. Long white hair done up into a very tight braid that hangs all the way down past her waist, down almost to her knees. Her skin is this almost soft purplish blue, and you can see that she is sort of talking under her breath as she is looking over and writing notes on this grey slate glowing with light. As soon as you teleport in, Lockie clears his throat. Synmarae. She immediately stands up looking towards you, and you can see that as done up as her hair is at the back, at the front it is not very well tied in. There are stray wisps and flyaways everywhere. Under her eyes, the skin is this very darkened as if she hasn't slept in a while. And you can see that there are lines along her face, making her look a little bit older than she actually is. She looks tired and stressed. She sees Lockie, watches she kind of sighs and nods and goes, "Oh, Lockie, thank you for coming back. It is so good to see you again. And my friends of the Tempest Guild, I believe."
Hello.
Hello there.
Good to meet you.
I am Synmarae. I guess princess of the Storm Giants and current leader of the All Thing with my mother's absence. Come. Lockie, if you could place them down here, please, on the... yes, thank you.
As Lockie reaches over her hand and places you on the bench in front of her. You watch as she pulls a stool and sits down, leaning as she looks down towards you and goes,
"Well, we have a lot to talk about and not a lot of time. First off, Lockie tells me you have come across some items of giant make that are embedded into you. Might I see one of these, please?"
Show her.
Yeah. Just raise them up.
Yeah, so you hold up your heartstones. She looks over. Niles was first, so she looks over yours first, Niles.
Heartstones, you would call them. Fascinating. These should not be activating for small folk. These were bound to giants. I do not understand how you have these, and more importantly,
They
how
also
they are.
have inhabitants.
Yes.
What?
I think they have inhabitants. I don't know.
Glorious,
The memories. No, you can use them to access the memories of those who have come before. They are not. It's not living things in there. It is just.
Should the memories have sentience or a will?
No, it should
Mine
be like a movie that plays an
Mine
illusion.
fights back with me. It seems to disagree with choices I make.
I have
What?
communes
Also-
with mine, Sindaris.
Granted us abilities.
Yes.
Mine's hungry.
I've seen it.
the biggest undersell I've ever heard in my life. It's like a used car salesman saying, "It's not done many kilometers."
I love how we're also kind of just like a bunch of preschoolers, like, help us.
Mine's hungry. Mine drinks people.
She's like, I'm so tired for this.
No, that is not how they were designed. I don't understand. What name did you say? Corius?
Syndaris. I've forgotten the name of Bart.
I say the name of mine. I'm finding it in my notes now.
I've got it here. Bart, yours is Ettringer. You watch as she looks gobsmacked.
These were giants who we lost when we were banished from this world, when we were sent away, these are the names of giants we lost. There were a number of them. How did you find these? Where did they come from?
They were sitting on they were as one piece, sitting on the mantle of a cambion in a tavern.
Some of them were. Others
Mine
were.
was in possession of stone giants.
Ember, one of our companions, had his given to him from his village, and Thrain, you may have met back at the guild, or maybe heard of him. His was given to him through his Goliath connections, as again like a sacred relic of his people. These items seem to have been passed down or used in certain ways. Ours were forcibly put on ours, like Lyra said, from a mantelpiece of some collector.
The Goliaths and the Furbolgs having these, I am not as concerned about that. The Goliaths and Furbolgs are giant kin. They are kind of like cousins to us. It does not surprise me that remnants of ours would be left behind, that they would find and treasure. I have heard they looked up to us, especially the Goliaths. They looked up to the giants as a beacon of what to be, a bastion of how to act. But for them to bond to you, this is unheard of. The stones were not meant for small folk. They bond only to giant souls.
Not to wanting to throw too much more fuel onto the fire, but the power sources that were mining from the elemental planes also weren't supposed to cause damage on the other side.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. You watch as she looks towards the slate, begins flicking through some notes as you speak.
We had a run-in with a denizen of the fire elemental plane, and then the fragments of multiple denizens of the fire elemental plane. They were consuming them like a black hole.
No. I
like fuel to feed a fire.
The fire giants shared with me these notes. The items were safe. The energy transfer was perfect.
Then either they weren't aware or they didn't care and they didn't tell you.
We saw in a vision the fire giants seemed to be not concerned, yet I think they were just not caring about the ramifications of their power.
And then the fragments that were pulled through, they all sort of bonded together into like this ash, completely obliterated a village, but then kind of rose up into a giant cloud of anger and destruction. Completely consumed a fire giant, turned him into a lava elemental, and then he was sucked back into the plane.
It consumed a giant? What?
Yes. So,
you shut this down? You disabled this device?
And I just sort of gesture over to the crystal, which brings us into the next part, which is one of our companions, Harry. He was attempting to turn it off, to disable it, to stop further damage. And part of his soul, we think, is stuck. I can kind of see him in there, but stuck in the crystal. And then a cloud giant came, and they took his body, and we don't know where the body is. A cloud giant
took one of your people. No. The old thing was clear in the truce. We cannot interfere with the small folk. I am losing control of this situation. Your friend was taken by a cloud giant? You say his soul is in this gemstone?
Yes.
Yes.
I can at least do something with this.
And you watch she pulls up the slate and she begins to move it over towards the crystal. You hear in your mind, Lyra.
Lyra, you cannot allow her to scan this. She will find me. Lyra, you have to stop this.
Just sort of hold off for 1 second. And then, like, I think I'm hoping that there's some kind of hammer time. But I'm just like, the fuck do you want me to do? I mean, I thought you were in my hand so that this wouldn't happen.
Pause. Hold for 1 moment.
Pins and needles begin to shoot up your arm, Lyra, and you watch as your gemstone begins to glow bright green. Is
that like obvious?
I mean, those of you who've seen Harry's Heartstone when he's casting Eldritch Blast, yeah. You're not casting Eldritch Blast.
But is that like obvious for Synmarae? Like watching his, like
she's sort of focused on the slate and looking at the crystal at this point. I will look. I'll roll for her. Let's roll a perception check. Here.
Yeah, I'm just like a bright green light. I feel.
I've got her stats.
You just like put it in your pocket, and your pocket's just glowing.
When you leave your torch on your phone, you're just like, that's on. Whoopsie.
11. That's pretty borderline. I'm gonna say she doesn't with an 11. Not not beyond normal. She's got a +3 to perception. As the pins and needles begin to shoot up your arm, Lyra, there's this sudden feeling of coldness, and you feel Swampy itching to try and break free. You watch as spores begin to gather around your shoulders, Lyra, as you feel that hand reaching down along your arm as it begins to trace the outline of your forearm as Swampy reaches towards the crystal, trying to grab at whatever this is. I need to know, do you allow Swampy to do this, or do you stop Swampy?
Oh dear.
I think I'm gonna, if I can sort of talk to Swampy and be like, sort of try and sort of convey the feeling of it's just sort of, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm afraid of both outcomes.
So the emotion you're transmitting to Swampy is uncertainty and fear, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but also the feeling of indignation where you're like, I feel like I need to let this happen, but I don't want it to.
Okay, could I have a persuasion check, please? As you try and persuade Swampy.
Oh dear.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. 16's pretty good. It's pretty good. Swampy holds. For those of you who notice, those with passive perception higher than 14, you do notice Lyra's gemstone begin to blink, and you notice that spore-like hand push out from under Lyra's sleeve, reach down towards her heartstone, pause for a moment, and then slowly retreat as Swampy pulls back inside of you, Lyra. The spores kind of pulling back and the mycelium fragments receding back inside your skin. For a moment, Lyra, the pins and needles intensify into almost a painful sensation, and then they stop.
Integration complete. You may proceed.
All right. Sorry. Just a conflicting magic.
Just had to quickly download them into my brain.
Yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
Sorry, it's just I can understand my friend that's still in the stone there.
I can understand Lyra's trepidation. The gemstone, we're not quite sure of its origin. We're not quite sure of its purpose.
All we know is that Harry's stuck in there, and it's I was stuck in one for a little while. Yeah.
You must forgive us our wariness of the giant tech after our adventures. That's led us to be a bit cautious.
What's happened?
I understand. Giant tech should not activate for you. Your experiences, no doubt, with the Heartstones. I imagine most things respond to you. Giant technology would respond to you in strange ways. If you are small folk with our technology, it would be concerning. It is okay.
With that, she lifts up the slate and begins to scan it over the gemstone. You watch as the dark slate burst to life with color, illusions emerging from it, holograms, emerging from it as this illusion begins to rise up. And as it does so, you see these swirling, spiraling patterns, giant runes etching out across the front as a series of huge amounts of information suddenly being transmitted. As that's happening, you watch as Synmarae absent-mindedly reaches down, pulls out what looks like a length of wire with a metal ring around it, and slowly slides that ring around the gemstone. As it does so, you watch as the gemstone slowly begins to almost like darken, that bright red glow siphoned away until all that's left is this single mote of green light in the very center of it, in the shape of a Harangon curled into the fetal position. You watch as Synmarae kind of nods for a moment.
You were right. It is confusing. This gemstone was meant to hold energy, and it has somehow a soul is contained within. I've never heard of such a thing. But if our technology can't differentiate between the energy of magic and the energy of a soul, oh dear. The Heartstones. This is how you are able to connect with them. They are still bonded to a giant soul. The giants who last bore them. How did I overlook such a thing?
You can see she is...
You might be able to get them back, though.
You can see she is deeply troubled by this prospect, looking concerned. And then suddenly she's interrupted by the sound of this mechanical beeping. She glances up towards the slate once again. You watch as she swipes her hands over. And suddenly, emerging in the air, you see a illusionary, almost like an illusionary construct of what looks like an enormous metal... best way to kind of describe this from your perspective is a giant metal ring around a metal spire. This obelisk-like metal spire. In the background, you see stars. And right at the bottom of the illusion, you can see what looks like the curvature of the planet itself. There are at least 2 other obelisk spires visible in view in the background. Those of you who might remember back to the Underdark, you will remember the mural you saw depicting these giant obelisks orbiting the planet.
Oh, yeah.
As Synmarae sort of looks in surprise, she goes,
You said the cloud giant took your friend?
Mm-hmm. Also, we think Hadar might be coming back, but that's another problem for another time.
The closest equivalent to that reaction is her going, "Ah!" as you say Hadar. You watch as she freezes. She was ready to press some sort of rune on the illusion. She watches as she freezes, slowly turns towards you, Lyra.
How do you know that name?
There was a mural down in the Underdark when we were talking to not talking to the stone giants, but when we were investigating the stone giants, the Kuatoa were kind of worshipping it or something.
They nearly summoned a pseudo.
Hadar is dead. We killed Hadar long ago. That entity, whatever it was, is destroyed. We killed it.
Did that entity have a designation number?
Designation number? We always called it Hadar.
219?
Where did you kill Hadar?
613. No.
613?
No.
I've got it written down somewhere.
Entity 417. Does that ring a bell?
417. I have heard that in reference from the Astral Citadel. I think that is the number they give our planet, Nostea. 417. Not an entity though, it is a planet, 417.
Either way, maybe for a later time.
Yes, let us get your
I'm
friends
not sure
back.
there's a way to double check it, but that he is actually gone. But it'd be great if he was.
Hadar is killed. My father oversaw the effort to destroy him. Hadar is gone. There is nothing left of Hadar. Let's see what I can do about your friends. We'll talk about Hadar later.
She presses the runestone, and you watch as the illusions fade away into a giant black screen that hovers in the air in front of you. For a moment, there is silence, and then you watch as the screen suddenly springs to life, displaying a cloud giant woman. In the background, you can see a room filled with what look like enormous tubes, cylinders filled with liquid, dissection tables, a research laboratory in the background. And there are numerous creatures suspended or held in position. You watch as the cloud giant, who all of you recognize, the one that you saw at the fire giant volcano, slowly turns around and does a very elaborate bow.
My queen. Oh,
Princess, how can I help you? You watch as Synmarae deliberately stands up a little bit taller, keeping you out of frame. You can see that you are not visible to the camera. Whatever this illusionary view is, she kind of stands up a little bit taller. I've just received word that you have interfered with this small folk. You have a specimen you have taken from the planet against our instructions? Synmarae, really, would we do such a thing? We hold the All-Thing and your father's legacy in such high esteem. To risk it all over some unimportant little creature, some roach crawling on the surface of the planet? Really now, do you think we would do that? You watch as Synmarae sort of closes her eyes for a moment and goes, I know you have, because you left behind part of it, and I have it here. Return it at once. It is a small furry creature. A Harengon is the local designation. It will be unique because it is bearing a giant heartstone. You watch as the cloud giant. A creature, not a giant, bearing our special technology. Synmarae, such a thing would be a terrifying prospect. I mean, everything that we use would come into question. What if none of our technology is secure? You personally oversaw the creation and distribution of the Heartstones. What an embarrassment it would be if they were somehow faulty. Enough games. Return the creature at once. Synmarae, please. If I had such a thing, I wouldn't be able to just hand it over now, would I? That would be in contradiction of our long-standing agreement with the Storm Giants. I believe my father best summed it up. Tit for tat?
Bart would like to assist a little bit. Mental connect to Synmarae and just drop the dime. They had dealings with Queen Silta and the Stone Giants behind your back.
You watch as she kind of stiffens for a moment as she hears you say that and nods very slowly before turning her attention back to the Cloud Giant. I know you have had dealings. And she repeats what you say, goes through that. I'm going to skip over that quickly. You watch as the Cloud Giant sort of pauses for a moment, smiles. Synmarae. It does appear, I must say, that you are stepping into your father's rather big shoes. Far be it from me to get in the way of our agreement, to dishonor your father's memory. I will return this creature that was unintentionally collected. It had wandered inside a fire giant apparatus and was in danger of injuring itself. Really, it was a kindness we offered by getting it out of there. An erupting volcano. These small folk are rather delicate. But I'm sure we can return the specimen in exchange for crystal that you have no doubt recovered from the fire giant volcano, the one you used to track this entity. I imagine that's how we missed this. Just Synmarae sort of glances down towards you lot and then looks back up at the screen. You're not getting its soul. Who said anything about a soul? I just want the crystal. Deal? Synmarae nods. Body first. Of course, Synmarae. With that, the Cloud Giant reaches over and the screen goes dark. Synmarae looks to all of you. Fucking hate her. Okay.
You and me both.
Yeah. Wait, you know her? When have you seen her before?
In the fire giant volcano.
She was in the volcano.
What?
Yeah.
Took the friend, and that's when she tried to take this more subvertly. Well, she let one of her fire giant kin die in the room beside her.
That does not.
We're still unsure. We're still unsure on the detail. We have under good authority eyewitness account that there was a fire giant on site that may have activated the volcano. Now, whether or not it was the cloud giant in disguise, because we did see that she was holding a disguise of a fire giant to explore the ruins. It could have been one or the other thing. There was a fire giant, an actual fire giant that was there, but whether or not it was him who started the start of the whole mess, we don't know for sure.
By volcano, by the way, we are talking about the energy harvesting portal that
She
the
nods.
runes.
Yeah. There's a momentary blur, and you watch as on the table next to her, a small disc of metal begins to light up, and then appearing on the center of it, small still body of Harry. Naked, I should say. A moment later, a small metal case appears next to him with all his gear in it.
Oh.
You watch as Synmarae nods. Okay. Soul magic is not something I am particularly good at. Is any one of you, what would you call it? Not a devotee. Does any one of you carry favor? Cleric, favor with a god?
Look at Thyra.
Thyra is just, if he could go white face with everything he's just heard, he is just blank staring everything.
That's actually a good point. Sorry, this is me. Your god is the god of like civilization. and like ideas, right? Like, what is Thyra thinking standing in this ultra futuristic, like very advanced, like spaceship, basically? Like, what's happening in your mind right
It's
now?
actually not as big a cultural difference for Thyra as it is for the rest of you. The Genasi are really making some pretty significant progress in artificing. And so it's not as big a cultural difference. Thyra is definitely like, what the fuck?
What is this?
But there's stuff that you can kind of figure out contextually, Thyra. Your background, you understand the Genasi magic and what they're doing. It's not as big a jump. It's not like bringing a Meloran orc in here as Cassius looks around. He's like,
I think it's definitely that moment back in like the late 1990s where it's Christmas and you get your first Game Boy Color.
Yes.
Very much that moment where it's like overwhelming, but not to the point where you're freaking out.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
You've got Pokemon Ruby slotted in, boots up, and you're like, and your life has changed forever.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a cleric. What needs to be done? I am so sorry. This is a lot to take in. What do you need?
I understand. Could you please come over to the body? I am going to place my hand upon the gemstone and then hold out my hand to you. Do you have any magic, restoration, revivify, things like that?
Bear with. Let me look at my spells. I have tongues.
I actually have greater resto if it's...
I do have greater restoration.
She needs specifically someone with a connection to a deity. You've greater restoration? Sweet, that'll work. This
Lyra
won't...
got a connection to like 6.
Yeah. This won't cost you the spell slot, Thyra.
Okay, cool.
The magic, the energy coming from this is coming from the stone itself that has been. She's just drained all the energy from this, so there's plenty there. So this is essentially weave energy. So you're not spending a spell slot for this.
Sick.
She places her hand upon the stone as you head over and place your hand upon the tiny naked Harangon. You watch as the green mote of energy begins to flow from the crystal, losing its shape and becoming this amorphous sort of mist that she gathers up in her hands, begins to coalesce together and then passes to you, Thyra. Hold out your hands, gather the energy, and then push the soul back into the body.
Yeah, I wait for it to come in and just get ready to push it back in.
Could you please roll me a spellcasting check, Thyra? Don't roll a natural one. So just do it as if it's a spell attack. So like a d20 plus your to hit bonus for spells. So it'll be plus your proficiency plus your spellcasting. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just don't roll a natural one. This will all be good. I've jinxed him now. Watch Harry just fucking die.
Yeah.
Whoa! So that's a 6 plus 7.
Plus 13.
Hey, it's not that bad. It could have been worse.
Yes.
As the magic begins to flow through Thyra in this kind of overwhelmed state, you begin to fumble a little bit. Bartholomew, you are also a follower of Meloran and blessed with Paladin powers. As you're sort of watching on, seeing this happen, you watch as Thyra tries to gather together the soul and is starting to lose parts of it, the mist coming apart in his hands. As he tries to push it into the body, do you step in?
Yeah, look, I feel like this is more like an arcanic version of my interception reaction. So I'll probably, instinctively come in and... Yeah,
Patrick Swayze ghost Thyra, hands come around the shoulders as you guide his hands.
It's kind of like when you... It's kind of like when you try to put like a sleeping bag back in the bag it comes in. It's really hard, so you just got to keep cramming it in there, popping out.
Actually, that's a good point,
on the end.
Grim. As Harry's soul is pulled free of the gemstone.
Just don't drink me.
Your gemstone. For a second, your gemstone suddenly awakens as it notices the energy. But it is sated for now. It is full. You have drunk of death this day.
Cover my pocket. Put my hand in my pocket. Cover my hand over my pocket. No, stop it.
As Bart comes in to assist, Bart, could you please roll me a spellcasting check?
Yeah.
I'm sure this will be fine.
We hope so.
I'm sure it's fine. I believe. As long as you believe in your heart, anything's possible. 23. Yeah, you guys are fine. As you gather together the last wisps of soul, Thyra begins to push through down onto Harry's chest as you gather the last few moments. And you watch as for a moment the body is completely still. The fur is darkened. There's no life there. This is definitely a dead body. And then suddenly you watch as the chest begins to rise and fall as Harry begins to breathe in and out. Clearly unconscious, but breathing. You watch as Synmarae breathes a sigh of relief.
That is the first time I have done that in a long time. I am pleased that worked. I was not sure.
Well, that's a relief.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for getting our friend back and helping to put him back together.
No, we worked together. It was a group effort, and he just needs sleep now. He will awaken feeling tired and drained, but he should be whole.
I do have a couple more revelations, and I would like to hear your thoughts. If you have a moment, I know you said that you don't have much time.
I have little time, but please.
I'll keep them short and brief. You answer if you need to, but it's more so information for you to know. The first one, we possibly think that the Beheers are running amok in the Underdark. They may need to be controlled so they do not hurt more of the small folk. The stone giants, while under a form of control, which I'll get to in a second, were sending Anamium far to the north through railways. We don't know where, but north across the continent. Next, the stone giant memories. We briefly saw them, and I don't know if you have much of your own recollection or have spoken to the other tribes about the vanishing. But even deep down in the Underdark, a white light reached them, even though they're far away from the sun, and they all disappeared.
I'll never forget that day. There was a sound, and that light, and then we were floating in the astral sea.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
A Cambion, Vice, seems to have an interest in your technology, has already corrupted one of the Heartstones in the form of a weapon down below the city and underneath your floating castle. We actually have someone trying to help it at the moment, but he's not certain if he can. A corrupted Heartstone. The Cambion desperately wanted it to master it for some reason.
I will need to come with you right now and speak with whoever that is. That cannot be. Whoever this person is, if they are trying to do something with this stone, it needs to come back to me. I understand this better than anyone.
That's fine. The final one may be more important than that, though. 1 second. While speaking with this small Harengon, was attempting to communicate with his stone at the time. In our past, I was in a black, voided ocean, and I think I met Anam.
You watch as Synmarae kind of cocks her head a little bit. Anam? What makes you think you saw Anam?
The thing pretty powerfully said that it was when I questioned it, which contradicts what I've learned from other powerful beings that have told me that Anam was murdered by the other gods.
We do not know what has happened when the giants, when we were banished, we lost our contact, our connection to our god, and we have not been able to re-establish it since that day. Most giants believe Anam is dead, but I believe Anam will return when we need him most, which I am sure will be soon, going by how things are falling apart.
The other thing that happened in the Underdark is that the stone giants were kind of being controlled by that object. From what we could see or hear, it was like an illusion of the king of the stone giants. The Duergar was sort of controlling the illusion to get the stone giants to do his bidding.
Yes, we lost him when we were banished.
Knowing how that cloud giant is, actually, that's a very important point. That was through the curse of the devil, and it was small folk, Duergar, that were controlling them. That could really hurt your political standings with the treaty. Small folk controlling giants.
We'll need to look into this.
There is one other point that we haven't raised. We have disclosed that we obviously have heartstones ourselves within this party, at least. Some of us do. But there were others. Some individuals from Dralmethion had crystals in their hands, part of some cult.
This is too much. There's so much. Thank you. Thank you for bringing this news to me. There is so much I need to get to. Dralmethion. It is the home of the Genasi. You are... She looks towards you, Thyra. You are of Genasi. Are you not of their people?
I am. I am.
And you do not have a heartstone. You are not connected to giant technology?
No.
But you know of them. And you are of this Tempest Guild.
He's a
pretty
temporary member.
We're on probation.
Yes, probation.
Okay, Lockie, can you please take these people back to the guild? You must get this corrupted heartstone that was used on the stone giants. You must get this back. If a devil has been into the heartstone, there is no telling how far he got and what he has access to. We need it ASAP. And Lockie, could you work with this Genasi? I am going to need to send you away for a little bit, my friend. Can you please work with this Genasi? Find out if there are others with heartstones. The Tempest Guilds, I know I can trust you. I know that you will not abuse this access you have, and please be very careful with your heartstones. Be careful what you use them for and who you show them to. Other giants, especially Cloud Giant. And you watch she pauses and looks down at Harry and sees the heartstone on the back of his hand and looks at you lot and goes, "Fucking Cloud Giants. Fuck, they know. Fuck." As she begins swearing. She would actually say the giant word of fuck, which is Ekatun. Ekatun. And she begins like sort of swearing in giantish. Okay, we don't have much time. I need to get on this and I need to be the one to share this. All of you, please. What are your plans next? Where are you headed next? Do you have a...
Do you know the state of the frost giants?
No. And you said they were sending an army north?
Yes.
The stone giants.
Where are we thinking of going next?
Are you willing to chase that lead down while Thyra and Lockie look into the Genasi?
It's one of the only leads we have at the moment. That is where we were thinking of going next.
I hate that this has become your burden. The burden of the giants is now on your shoulders, but can I speak plainly? The whole thing is falling apart without my father to lead it, with King Mion dead. And you watch as the words kind of choke in her throat for a moment. My mother, she has shut herself away. And I'm doing what I can. I'm not a leader. I am a scientist.
You're doing a good job.
No, I'm not. The whole thing is falling apart. I'm doing my best. I'm sorry this burden falls on you, but I thank you for your strength and your willingness to help in these times.
Can Niles do something? He's going to try. just gonna try. Because I don't know Syndaris' relationship with Synmarae, but I'm going to assume that Syndaris was maybe someone who was of fairly high importance, I think, within the Storm Giant.
You know, at least the Storm Giant's ambassador to the old thing when King Mjorn wasn't there presiding over it. So, like, yeah, pretty trusted.
Like, seeing Synmarae, like, faltering, really unsure of herself, worried, I want Niles to sort of, like, go in on himself and try and bring Syndaris out in this moment. As, like, almost like as a reassurance or, like, to help in a way.
Niles, could you please roll me a D100?
I thought you were going to fly up and just pat her on the back.
there.
Oh my fucking god!
I don't believe this, man.
The luck we have with these D100 rolls for the Hearthstone stuff is phenomenal.
Eyes turn red. Hadar starts talking instead.
He watches Niles throws back his head. The time of endless night is nigh. All the world shall burn beneath the fires of Hadar. No,
I just got given an advantage.
You've been given advantage. You may roll again, even though it's a D100. You may roll again. Thank you, Jay. That is brilliant. I was partially stalling just in case.
51. That's better.
51's better. Niles, you are aligned with Syndaris. In this moment, what you want and what he wants are the same thing, to comfort Synmarae. Yeah. As the presence suddenly rises up within you, you find words coming to your beak. I was about to say your mouth. Words coming to your beak, Niles, unbidden. And you hear Niles' voice strangely echo as you say words of encouragement to Synmarae. You may choose them. Syndaris will agree with whatever words of encouragement you have to say.
Niles just sort of, well, I guess Niles / Syndaris sort of just like takes a moment. You are doing as good a job as you can. Your father would be proud of you.
You watch as Synmarae sort of freezes as she hears that echoed voice. And a tear begins to roll down her cheek.
It was not easy for him either. He faced many challenges in his time as well. He had many times of doubt too, but you have done better than he could ever have dreamt.
You watch as Synmarae wipes away the tear looking down at you. Syndaris. I need to look into this with the Heartstones. I think I've made a terrible mistake. Thank you.
Even before we could control them, the dreams happened fairly regularly and around the same topic. The treaty. I think that they were your heralds were trying to tell us something, but it's a story that, for at the moment, we have not fully listened to.
If it is the heralds of the giants trying to speak to you, my only advice would be to listen. Watch what they show you, hear what they have to say. They were all paragons of their tribes, each and every one of them. And their loss is a loss to all giant kind, a profound loss that we will never recover from.
Maybe not a loss. They still live on.
Maybe not a loss. Okay, we are... Time is our enemy now. And those fucking cloud giants. Time is our enemy. We need to work fast. We need to get to the bottom of whatever this is, and anything you learn about the Heartstones, anything to do with them, any changes, anything aberrant, please tell me as soon as you can. Either directly or through Loki. Wait. Okay. I may have something. If I know who is in each of your Heartstones, maybe I can connect with you when you need to speak with me. I will look into this and I will test this. If it works, you will hear me speak to you. Yes, that would be good. Okay.
Before I get, sorry, just wondering, do you know much about Noctis, perhaps? We can get into this later. Understand we're running out of time.
Noctis. It was a cloud giant. Well, storm and cloud giant city. It was an experiment. That is the name you call it now. Noctis or Nocturnus, I have heard is used as well.
Yes. A generally unsightly place, full of death, of such like that.
It's used.
I've been there, and I'd love to have a chat about it at some point.
When we first returned, a number of us tried to see what was going on with Nocturnus, as you called it now. We used to call it Starsight. It was a holy place. There was a large church to Anam there. It was a place where all giants were welcome. So the closest that we could get to Anam and his blessing. But here now it is a corrupted place, place of darkness and death.
Yes, that correlates quite nicely with my experiences. I'm doing my own research as well. If I learn anything more about it, I'd love to corroborate any gaps, perhaps, in that place.
Yes.
I'm rather interested.
I have not spoken to someone who has been there and survived. My people and I, we assumed that the whatever happened to us that banished us turned it into this place of evil and death. Many of us have agreed to leave it as it is, to not go near it. It is, I guess, a testament to what happened to us and to the loss of Anam.
Well, if it's of any help, that's where I found my heartstone, and I was recently told I have 8 weeks to live since going there. But if I learn anything more and cheery notes, I'll let you know.
I will too. If we can get your soul, I can do something similar to what we just did with your comrade there. If it is a sickness of the body, there are things we can do. Not right now, but there are things that I can do and prepare for. Do you mind if I can take some scans of you now before you leave, and I will work on this problem? Sometime I will find to work on this problem.
All means, yes. I don't think it has a name, but it is hungry.
She reaches down into a drawer, pulls out a small metal disc and holds it out.
Place this on your chest. When it is full, the information has been gathered. Take it off, put it on the ground, and speak the words Eskar. It will shoot into the air. We will collect.
Brilliant. Will do. I put it in my pocket for now.
Okay. Lockie, I rely on you again, old friend. More than I should.
That is okay. That is what you made me for. I am here to carry the burdens you cannot.
Well met. Friends, new friends, old friends. We shall stay in contact. I promise.
With that,
We'll keep you posted about the frost giants.
Perfect. With that, Lockie teleports you back to the guild. In the interests of keeping things moving hastily, Grim, I assume you place the metal thing on your chest?
Yeah.
Tiny needles shoot out of the side and grip into your skin. It is very slightly painful. Very slightly. You take 1 point of piercing damage, but I'm assuming you guys will be taking a rest at some point, so don't worry too much about it. As this then digs into your flesh, and you watch as a small line begins to rotate in a circular pattern around the inside of the device as it begins to gather information from your heartstone. As you bring Harry back and place him in bed, Mira takes you aside. Thyra, I think we should focus on you for this last little bit as we wrap up. As Mira takes you aside and goes,
well, I spoke to Lockie and he said there might be a mission for you. Well, I might have a team for you.
Okay. What sort of team is it? Anything like the team I have been a part of?
You can pick them. I have 19 applicants who we have been waiting for an opportunity to bring on board. If you look through their resumes here, you can let me know which one you like. I think maybe 4, maybe 5. Pick your favorites. You may meet with them and interview them if you wish.
Okay, fantastic. Oh, that sounds brilliant. I like that idea. Yep, no.
I said 4 or 5. I did mean 4. There is one who's already part of the team. I'm sure you'll get along great, like fire and ice. Always gets along very well in my experience. Frost Goliath Thrain?
Okay.
He made his way back to the guild.
Fantastic.
He's lovely. A bit boisterous, but you get along well.
Okay. Fantastic. Sounds...
I think now we know what Thrain's doing.
Yes, no, that sounds like a great idea. Will I have time to say goodbye?
Yes. Take as long as you need.
Okay. Fantastic. I'll say my goodbyes, and we shall have a look at this group of initiates. Fantastic. Okay. And yeah, come away. I think Lyra will make his way to the rest of the party.
This is where we part ways, huh?
I think so. It's definitely been a time for sure.
It's an experience.
I've seen a lot that I didn't think I ever would.
Seen things I'll never forget.
See, definitely. But it's been a lot. I do appreciate for even the short time we've had, you've allowed me to join you and become somewhat a part of this journey you are on.
I do wish we had met in better circumstances. I think it would have been good to have, traveled further and broader together. But I think in the short time, it has been good.
I agree. I agree as well. I mean, we found our true selves amongst this, so what better way to make friends?
Am I the only person here that's looking at this sensibly? We met him half a day ago. Why is he getting a promotion already?
Maybe their asses from the Kraken.
Saved Harry's life.
Yes. But before I do go, as I see I'm going to be very busy, I want to give you some gifts before I actually go. Thyra will go into a little pouch he's got, and he will individually give you 15 gold pieces each.
Oh, thank you.
That's really nice.
Nice.
It's really nice.
You will notice that the pouch though has a lot more in it than.
Hey, you need to eat too. You need to eat as well.
Yeah, I need to eat.
Yeah.
But yeah, he will give you all.
Well, thanks, friend. Good luck in your travels. Stay safe.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And it's been great. And if there is anything of importance that do come up here in my travels or anything like that, I do have sending, so I can keep in touch.
Call him to you if there's ever an opportunity or a player out. You can just bring Thyra in.
Looking forward to having a drink with you again sometime in the near future, Thyra.
I do as well. Well, my friends, it's been fantastic. I appreciate that time, but I must go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Safe travels.
And,
Thank you.
Take care.
Appreciate that. And you watch as I flick my hand and I cast Produce Flame, and you watch as my hair sort of engulfs as I turn and walk away.
You watch his horns begin to grow as he goes, I was Vice all along. No.
I need small coins.
Now, I would love to be saying at this point that you will be seeing Thyra on Tuesday nights, but as we said earlier, not just yet. Unless something happens to Christian. I'm just saying. Arsenio, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm sorry it was a bit of a shorter guest spot. But when we have a spot open, I would love to bring Thyra back in as a guest character and as a regular guest whenever there's opportunities to bring you in. I think that'd be awesome. And I think we can... There's something I can come up with to like basically teleport you in, regardless of where the party in. I've got something planned. We can swap the positions with someone who's like, yeah. I've got a plan that we can work on with Griswold. So I'll come up with something along those lines. But yeah,
yeah,
thank you so much, man. It's been awesome having you here, and I'm sorry it was a bit of a shorter spot. I'm hoping we can get you back for some more stuff in the future.
Oh, it's good fun. It's good fun. It's a bloody fantastic campaign. There's
Thanks, man.
a lot going on, and
yeah.
Thyra is like fully whoa.
Yeah.
But no, it's been good. I appreciate the opportunity to come play, and I mean, any chance to play D&D is a fantastic time to play.
Oh, could not agree more.
So, yeah.
And yeah, if your Tuesdays ever open up, actually, well, yeah, I'll also check in with the Tuesday crew.
Stop.
I also will check in with the Tuesday crew because I got to say the back-to-back D&D Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It is a lot. I personally wouldn't mind if one of those days I had a little bit of a break, like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday would not be the worst thing in the world for me. I haven't checked with them if that still suits them, but I will double check and see. Because if it is possible to move to a Thursday, are you free Thursdays?
I am.
Fuck yes. Okay, I'll talk to the crew and we'll see if we can move it to a Thursday. Because Thyra is a fucking awesome character, and I would love to see more of Thyra. So
hell yeah.
But everybody, that is all we have time for tonight. We will be back next week with more Curse of Strahd, more Tales from the Yawning Portal, and more Return of the Giants. We have Dave rejoining us next week as Harry, which is going to be awesome sauce. We've missed our little bunny boy with a heart of gold. For those of you watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We are going to go and raid a friend of the channel tonight. That is going to be Roll Together RPG. Nah, they're not playing D&D. They're playing Final Fantasy. Nah, I want to try and keep it. Let's keep it on D&D. Who's playing tonight? Who's lots of fun? While I'm figuring that out, let's go and raid Vikita. We normally raid them. They're loads of fun. While that is going across, remember, for those of you watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, especially YouTube, make sure... do I want to use this as my analogy? Make sure you grasp the like button firmly. Make sure you thrust the comment up and make sure.
It's on Monday too.
It's not the same. It's different. Make sure you rise it into the air with the subscribe button. All of those things help us out with the YouTube algorithm.
Fondle the notification bell.
Cup the notification bell gently.
Wow.
It really helps us out and really gives me a happy ending. So thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see you all next week. That raid's coming across now. I love you all. We'll see you guys soon. Bye. See ya.
Bye.